jobs. I think Dolly might be helping him.
Not very well though.
Yeah, because we haven't got a dishwasher. So it's back to slumming it with hand washing.
Slumming it, indeed. Doll pre-wash? No.
No. As we've been travelling through the south of Italy, we are seeing lots and lots of pine trees, but the one thing we haven't seen, which is really quite nice, is no sign at all of the processionary caterpillars. That's the caterpillars that are lethal to dogs. But yeah, pretty, really, really pretty. So we went to Matera, and of course it's the bank holiday, well not bank holiday because you don't have it here, it's the Easter weekend, and it was packed. It just seemed like a silly idea to try and walk around, I think it's called Sassi, the ancient city, on the Easter weekend. So we decided to come out a little bit further and spend the weekend somewhere else, and we found this beautiful little town. It's got a castle. We're parked for a much quieter night tonight at the cemetery.
You're a bit dead.
Yeah, but it's, you know, it's really beautiful. And we're on the top of a hill and you can see 360 views all the way around. But you can actually see over to Matera, which is lovely. But yeah, it's very, very pretty, and of course there's another free park up, which they seem to tolerate extremely well, as long as you don't try and put yourself somewhere like if we tried to park up in the middle of Matera. I think there would have been a problem there, but here
there's been no problem at all. You have to actually, I am looking up because there's a lot of crows here, and obviously nesting, but they're flying overhead, so I'm not feeling like I want to be blessed as lucky today with a great big dollop of crows.
Oh.
So let's just be careful. But yeah, as Corey mentioned, I think if you're respectful, and the only thing touching the ground when you park up in these little nominated car park areas are your tyres.
So you can come up into the castle, as is most of Italy, extremely dog friendly, so you can bring your fluffy friends with you. Look at the view, it's absolutely stunning, really, really beautiful. Over there, I don't know if you can see them in the distance, there's mountains. It is an extremely beautiful old town, isn't it?
It is. We can walk over there.
Yeah, very much in the style of Matera, but obviously not got the crowding that Matera has. No.
Something rigged up for Easter, haven't they?
Well, yeah.
There's 3 crosses unless they've got something that they didn't know about that then.
No, it'll be Easter. I think the nice thing about this part of Italy is at this time of year it's very green, so I'm assuming there's a lot of rain down here. Perhaps, not at the moment. You have to excuse the jerky phone work because I haven't got a camera. That's at the end of the lead. She is happy, so we're just going to have to get used to the jerky phone. It's Easter Sunday and we've just had a really nice chicken, I say chicken dinner, I made a chicken salad because it's just too warm to eat a chicken dinner here today. It's a beautiful day, we've had a lovely walk as you would have seen, went into town again, all the Italians were out, it's obviously a very big family day, lots of very well dressed people. They're so well put together, the Italians, and you think we're in a little hillside village in the south of Italy. Proper fashionistas, I think. But yeah, lots of people, everyone happy and friendly and shouting ciao to us and that kind of thing. So yeah, great. It was a lovely time. So back at the van, up at the cemetery, which are always the best neighbours, and sit down and chill out afternoon, I think. Like I said, it really is beautiful. We couldn't be happier as a place to be for Easter weekend. Tomorrow we're going to move on. We could see, because there's 360 views from this village, so as you walk around it you can see all the way around, and there's a little village that we really quite fancy going and seeing. It's south of Matera, because we're not going there yet, and it looks very similar. I looked it up and it has a similar sort of kind of old style city built into the side of a hill in cave. So I think that'll be where we'll head tomorrow, and apparently there's a sosta there as well, so even better. Good morning, excuse the slightly rough look. It's Bank Holiday Monday. I don't know if they call it Bank Holiday Monday here. Anyway, something a little interesting, or very, very interesting if you are Catholic. Just been announced the Pope has died. Just sitting here and the church bells are all going mad. They started ringing at about 11 minutes past 10. So obviously that's when the full announcement came through here. What with, he's reading, what are you reading?
That Jaguar XJ6.
So that's very interesting. Redders is going to make us another cup of coffee now. And we're just going to sit and carry on having a relax. Lot going on in Italy whilst we've been out here. We told you all when we arrived in Italy that we were going to head straight down south as fast as we could, because we could see some weather was coming. So they've had those devastating floods in the north of Italy, which look absolutely terrible. You would have seen a little taster of it on the Imola footage we took. Down here it's beautiful, the weather's really, really lovely. Mount Etna is erupting at the moment, and unfortunately the world has just lost the Pope. I would say the next couple of weeks in Italy are going to be very interesting. And we've hit the road again. This time we are heading to a little town called Ginosa. It looks very nice. So lots of mountain roads by the look of it, or hillside roads. Not quite mountains, are they really?
No, lots of bends and turny bits, but it's all fine. The roads here are pretty good actually. We've come across some really
shockers, yeah.
Shockers, but this one isn't bad at all.
As you can see, a lot of flies or flying insects have made it onto our windscreen. I think Redders needs to get his little squidgy mop out again.
Steady on.
Just see in the distance, you probably can't notice behind the trees, but that's the coast, the very southern coast of Italy. That's the castle we walked around. So yeah, it's a really nice stop, this one.
Take the next right.
It's beautiful, but it's so quiet, isn't it?
Well, I guess it's Bank Holiday Monday and the first day of, is it 9 days of mourning?
Yes. We're heading off to
Newcastle.
see the castle, which is apparently down here. So it'd probably be worthwhile coming up here tomorrow, I think, and having a look, because it looks very interesting. So just having a quick look at the prices here. Just your average, I would say, Italian restaurant. The pizzas are very cheap.
Yeah.
By the look of it, I bet
Classic
they're very
burger,
nice.
€7 for a classic burger.
Yeah,
That's good.
very good. Coffee's €1. Yeah, looks good. Looks very nice. Looks like most of these places have outdoor seating as well. So we've walked down to the castle, and what you can see here are the type of cave dwellings that you get in Matera. Obviously these are not as well known, so there's nobody here. But it looks like you just get down and you can walk up to them, no problem. I'm not sure that's something we're going to be doing with Pippa.
Well, too many steps and bits and bobs, but
Dramatic looking place, isn't it? Again, more of these little buildings down here. Many years ago, this is where people would have lived. One thing we have noticed while driving around this area and walking around is the amount of abandoned buildings there are in the countryside. I gave it a Google just to see if I could work out what was going on, and it seems to be very much to do with an elderly population, the youngsters having to move out and into the cities to actually get any form of work. And it's everywhere. You drive through the countryside and it's rare to see a property that has somebody in it.
and some of those properties were almost like ranch-like. They were huge, 3 stories. They looked amazing, but just nobody in them. And the unfortunate thing is, because nobody's going to the properties anymore, to get to this town, you've got to go along the roads that lead to those properties. And of course, they're not particularly very well maintained. So, yeah, I think it was 25 mile an hour max on a pretty much 50 mile an hour road, because it's crumbling away. And I guess there's no desire to sort of bring them up to speed. But as it stands, yeah, there's just so many empty houses. It's unreal.
You can just see that it's an ageing population. Houses are abandoned.
There's no chance of, back in the day when the houses were built, it would have been self-sufficiency and bartering.
And farming.
And farming, but most of the land is still farmed because it's very rich. The grass and the olives, the trees, it's everywhere. But I think back in the day when trading was part of the deal, but nowadays it's modern technology. You need a job, you need to be somewhere, and these kind of places are out in the sticks. Shame to see, but I guess time moves on.
You see sometimes the buy an Italian house for €1, because obviously they're hoping that perhaps incomers will come in and perhaps bring some money to do these properties up and bring them up to standard. But apparently that's very difficult out here because you can't get the builders or anything. So
yeah, it's tricky.
It's really interesting to see how. I mean, there's not many big cities about here. I suppose the closest one is Bari, but.
Yeah, but what I will say is that if they make something that's going to last, like up in this town, they got huge stone walls, it goes back hundreds of years, they're still living in them. They're still making use of what was built all that time ago.
Yeah.
So it's not like your wimpy home that,
But I suppose in Spain, still use these properties. You often see the old dilapidated properties. People are still living in them and making it work. But here...
I think what they tend to do is they're left behind. It's like you can see over there that what probably once was a very thriving community, it's got cave dwellers. There's also houses up there to the left. I think there's maybe 1, possibly 2 lived in, but the rest have just been, for want of a better description, walked away from. Just left to go as they are. Maybe it's a generation with nothing to pass down to, or the house can't be sold. There's no value in it. So, the youngsters move into the city to get a job.
But of course, we can't forget today possibly is very quiet because the Pope died today. So whether everyone's gone off for a quiet bit of reflection, we don't know. Yeah. But it definitely seems more quiet today than it was yesterday.
Of course, and then if you bolt on top of that, it's a bank holiday Monday as well, which is a day of... what is it?
Do they have bank holiday Mondays?
Yeah. Bank holiday Monday is treated differently to the Friday over here. Friday was just like a normal kind of day, but the Monday is slightly different, which is why a lot of the shops today aren't open. Even though it goes into a state of mourning, you've still got shops and businesses and everything to carry on with.
Yeah, just me and Dolly. Aren't we, doll? Very cold in those buildings, isn't it? Big beastie in there. Oh. It's like an abandoned town, isn't it? What a place. Yeah. So this was part of someone's house, you see, because they've got the tiled floor and then it goes back into rooms.
There's water in there.
There's more, is there?
There's no doubt we get through, but I don't want to go in there.
No. Up for some bats? No. No. I like bats, so I wasn't...
Yeah, see, there's another room through there.
Yeah. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. What a place! It's absolutely incredible. We were going to go to Matera, and now I'm questioning that, because why would we need to go when we've been able to come here and see all this? It's all accessible from... It's called Ginosa, isn't it?
Yeah, Ginosa, about 20-25 minutes from the car park. But
Yeah, from the Soster. So, and all this is just open. You can come down, you can explore it. It's absolutely incredible. And of course, there's nobody here. It's
No.
one of the more unknown ones.
well, I didn't have a clue this was here, did you?
Yes, because that's why. Well, actually, I was looking for the Soster, and then when I googled the name, it was like it's got cave dwellings, and I thought that would be quite nice, and it is. It's
I have to look up how old they are because you know,
Yeah.
there's a lot of look like a lot of Roman links or heritage up through the town.
yeah,
There was flags and banners with SPQR and different sort of inscriptions on the building. So this must go back an awful long time. But you can see the old black and white tiles on the floor there.
yeah. I'm looking opposite us, and you can see there's one there that seems to like a corridor. It runs the length. It's really quite spectacular. And just to be able to come and get this. And what's really nice is it's so cool in here. Step out and this is really warm. You've got the new town built on top. Go on, Dolly, and you go and explore. Don't know, like a storage room, I would say this one is. Pippa, thoughts? Thoughts, Pippa?
Storage for the Roman chariot.
Yeah. Looks like they're all listed and numbered. In fact, here's the plans of them. So they've actually marked them all out. Interesting.
So they've all been numbered as well.
Yeah, the plans are in here.
There's one in there as well, Frank, I guess.
I think the great thing is you can just access everywhere here, can't you?
You can, whether it's just today because that's the tourist office there, to production set there, but the rest of it is just like, wow.
Yeah.
Have a wander around and help yourself, because this is, wow.
He means help yourself to the views, not the relics. Good afternoon from Ginosa. So we have spent a lovely 24 hours here, taking full advantage of this very tranquil and empty free air. It's absolutely massive. Each one of these boxes contains 4 power points. This is a Sosta, but also on a Thursday it's a weekly market. And I'm assuming that the power and water that's laid on is for the weekly market. So, as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, there's about 15 of these boxes dotted all around the market, or this ground here. So, bear in mind, if you come to Ginosa on a Wednesday night, they are going to be setting up for the market on Thursday, and you don't really want to be here for that. So avoid Wednesday night, staying over into Thursday, but the rest of the time, fantastic air, really great. We've just had the best time here. It's been really fantastic. It's a beautiful town. There's plenty to see. There's shops, there's history, there's monuments. It's all here, and a free Sosta. So definitely, if this part of Italy is on your trip or your itinerary, get Ginosa in, because it's really worth it. So today what we're going to do is we're heading off to Matera. I've wanted to go to Matera for quite some time, and it seems a shame to come all the way here and not visit. So that's what we're going to do. Redders is just doing the water.
Doing me water with me expanding hose. These are great.
Yeah.
Look at that. Nice bit of kit. Yeah, folds up really small, goes wrinkly when it's cold, and there's no water in there. And there we go.
What does that sound like?
No comment, because it's the water.
Yeah. So, yeah, really, really good. Dogs enjoyed it. There's plenty of walks around here. So, yeah, time to move on. Temperatures really rising down here at the moment, although tomorrow there's some big thunderstorms due in, so that might break it up a little bit, which will be quite nice, because it has been it's been pretty warm, and it is pretty warm already today, so nice, not going to complain. But yeah, like I said, thunderstorms coming in.